And kick comes down at the 30-yard line, taken by Zeider and returns the ball up to the 38. Here on NCTV 5 tonight, Tiger football fans, it's the visiting Liberty Center Tigers taking on the 1-4 Swanton Bulldogs. Liberty Center comes in at 5-0, and Jim comes in off 3 blockbuster games with a come-from-behind win over Evergreen. Always a great battle with Patrick Henry, our arch rival, and then last week with a rock'em sock'em 8-7 win over the always tough Wauseon Indians. Now the Tigers come to the line of scrimmage. Westhoven on the left, Zeider on the right. Parasini in motion. Here's a deep pitch to Westhoven, looking for some blocking. Battles his way up to the 40-yard line, and he'll be thrown down there. It'll be a gain of maybe 2 on the play.
No question, Spike. This is a game where you hope the Tigers can not have any letdown whatsoever, but as you say, they were through a meat grinder the previous couple weeks and did put them in the win column, and that's exactly the way it has to be. So we'll hope for good things from the Tigers. Maybe they'll play a lot of people tonight, Spike.
Okay, we've got the Parasini package split out wide to the left. Westhoven and Zeider in the backfield. Parasini in motion this way. Here's the give straight ahead to Westhoven, and he's got some running room. Gets up to the 45-yard line, and that'll bring up what we'll call 3rd down. Now they're going to spot the ball back. It'll be 3rd down and 4. We'll give him 4 on the play.
Might mention that Swanton won the toss tonight, but they elected to defer, and the Tigers started out with excellent field position. We'll see how that plays out with the Tigers' first drive here.
Now the Parasini package wide to the right. Flanker is Nick Parasini. Parasini in motion. Here's the give straight ahead. And looks like 1st down yardage for Zeider on that quick hitter off that left side. Lining her, the center for Liberty Center, number 51. The guard on that left side, number 58, Neil Carter. Tackle on the left side, Lucas Bodenbender, number 64, and number 21, the tight end on the left side, Jeremy Babcock. Now with a give to Ponton on a sort of a reverse, and that's going to lose about 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, that play never had a chance, Spike. It just looked as though it was a bit of a misdirection in the sense that there was no blocking out here for him, and man, boys in purple out there weren't fooled at all. They were right there to greet him right in the backfield.
Rodney Ponton lining up at running back on the left side for Liberty. Here's the give to Westhoven, bounces off 1 tackle and battles his way up across the 50 and down to the 48. Gain of about, we're going to call it 5 on the play. It'll bring up 3rd down and a long 7. Now Babcock, the tight end, and Rodney Ponton, the sophomore, filling in at running back tonight, come off. The Parasini package split wide to the right. Nick, the slot back in motion. Little mix up there. Overmeyer back to throw, has time, has a wide open Kyle Parasini, and caught! Good gain for Liberty Center.
Oh, great toss by Scotty Overmeyer. There was a bump there in the backfield as he began to fade back, but the cool cucumber that he has been, Spike, all year for us, he just faded a little bit to his left and watched that pattern mature. There was good blocking, kept the guys away, and threw a strike.
Oh, yeah, and a nice pattern by Parasini running that deep post.
Tiger receivers.
Gain of 27 yards on the play.
Excuse me, Spike. Tiger receivers have been good, sure-handed receivers all season for them.
Give to Westhoven straight ahead, tries to find running room off the right side, bounces off 1 tackler, he's at the 10, he cuts across the green, it is into the end zone! It's a Tiger touchdown from 25 yards away on a brilliant piece of running by Troy Westhoven. Troy started out off left guard and then cut to the right, followed a seam, and then at the 10, cut back across the grain and in for the score.
Oh, brilliant is the word, Spike, and I tell you, we've seen a lot of good Tiger backs over the years. Just lots of them, about 2 of them every year. but nobody cuts any nicer than Troy Westoven this year at 2,000.
Very much in agreement there. Now we got the Parasini package split wide to the left. Westoven and Zider the setbacks. Here's the deep pitch to Westoven, following according to Tiger blockers. He's hit, and he's in for the 2-point score. And at the 8:40 mark here in quarter number 1, it's Liberty Center 8 and Swanton nothing.
Tigers used that pitch out to get the extra points last week against Wauseon. And, that gives him some room to kind of pick his field there a little bit. And as near as I can tell, Spike, I don't believe we've had a pitch out to him during the course of the game outside of 2 extra points. But I sure like it when it's called because it looks good and he gets the needed yardage.
Well, they did go to it some in the second half. I believe it was the Patrick Henry game a game ago in the second half, late in the fourth quarter when they wanted to run some clock, and then that way, he was able to look, like you said, and find some running room.
Okay, I guess maybe I missed some of that.
Used much.
Some of that ball handling, but a nice opening drive for the Tigers. I mean, they just took that ball and pretty methodically worked it right down there, didn't make any mistakes, and hung up a score. Just what you want to see from this Tiger ball. No letdown any way, anyhow, shape, or form.
Well, and I think we've seen on that drive another great example of superior Tiger blocking, both the line and downfield. Certainly that has been one of their strong points down through the years of the Lindgren regime, if you will.
Oh, that makes a drive work. You just have to have that kind of coordination.
Leatherman's kickoff comes down at about the 20-yard line. Yeah, the referee caught it. The knee did come down. Ball will be, it's hard to get the yard markers set here on the sidelines. I believe it's around the 25. Yeah, they got the ball spotted at the 24-yard line.
This might be the kind of game, Spike, where the Tiger offense and defense can work on a lot of things. Kind of get healthy after those real tough games and just sort of maybe experiment with a wrinkle here and there, but always execute and be disciplined.
Good point. Now Swanton comes out with a spread formation to their left side. 2 wideouts there, 2 setbacks. Rolling out, looking for receiver as he heads out in the flats. That pass high as he curled underneath the other receiver, breaking downfield. That'll be incomplete. 2nd down and 10 on Swanton's own 24. I think, Jim, this is a key game for Liberty Center in that while nobody from Liberty Center, or perhaps most of Northwest Ohio, expects Liberty to lose, I think it's important that they come out, execute, do the right things after those 3 straight tough games instead of coming in here and perhaps suffering a letdown and maybe only a inauspicious 21-7 win. I think Liberty Center needs to really put the game on the line and really stay with it. I think that's one of the big keys here, rather than suffer one of those mental.
Yeah, I would agree, Spike, and forget not that the offense kind of sputtered last week, but they got her done, and the defense, oh, wow, the Tiger defense last week.
Now give straight up the middle. Number 40, Ben Reamer, a junior, 5'7" and a $175 running back, goes down after couple of yard gain.
I think we can give that tackle to Ryan Strayer there. At least he had his nose on it in addition to some other Tiger defenders there.
Swanton comes out with that spread formation to their offensive left side. Single setback. No, there's a wing over on the right. Now the give coming back through.
The pass.
No, he kept it. The keeper, that's thrown away. Well downfield, incomplete, and the Tiger defense rises to the occasion. They hold on 3rd down. That'll bring up 4th down and 5 with Swanton with the ball on their own 28-yard line. 7:50 to go here in quarter number 1 at Swanton, Ohio. Back in punt formation is their outstanding lineman, Aaron Red, number 52. Delivers a low, spiraling punt, taken there at the 34. And Strayer gets across the 35 and up to the 36-yard line. Good punt coverage there by the Bulldogs.
Once again, Spike, the Tigers are going to have excellent field position as they pick it up for their second possession here. Tiger defense not allowing a first down. The time the Swanton Bulldogs had the ball, seem to be having things the way they'd like to see them, but we want to see real domination on the line of scrimmage if we can, Spike.
Tigers come out with a Parasini package split wide to the right, this time Nick in the slot to give straight ahead. And Zider rambles straight ahead for a solid 3-yard gain on first down. It'll be 2nd down and 7, the ball resting just short of the 40-yard line. Now to spot the offensive left side for Liberty Center. Number 55, Zach Gramling, back after an injury in there at right guard. Tackle on the right side, Kyle Leatherman. Now the Tigers go with Kyle Parasini split wide to the right. Here is the give straight ahead to Westoven. And he stays on his feet and battles and digs his way up to the 45, up close to the 45-yard line. Gain of about 5 on the play. It will be 3rd down and about 2 yards to go. Tigers that time going with the wingback set with a single wide out. Now the Tigers with a different formation. Parasini wide outside. Now in motion coming this way. Here's a give to Parasini. He's hitting the backfield, and the Bulldogs make their own defensive stand. That'll be a loss of a couple, and it'll be 4th down and about 3 for Liberty Center. Ball at their own 42-yard line.
That was a cute wrinkle there in our Tiger backfield, Spike. They handed that to the man in the motion, and that has to take some pretty excellent timing because he's moving along the line of scrimmage, and the ball is hiked and put right in his breadbasket there by Scott Overmeyer with perfect timing, but the Bulldogs did sniff it out.
All right, the up back Zider and back to, in punt formation, back to receive the snap is Strayer. Strayer looks and then gets it off. High end over end punt. Fair catch called for, bobbled, loose football, still loose, and I believe it's recovered by Liberty Center. I believe it was number 74, Nate Bear. Well, we're going to wait for the pile to. Now Swanton says they've got it.
Well, we saw Nate Bear, last Tiger, to jump on that, but I think that ball might have still been moving a little bit, Spike.
I believe, yep. It ain't meant to lay flat, Jim. It takes a lot of bounces, and that time it took us Bulldog bounce. They recover their muffed fair catch attempt. 5:43 to go here in quarter number 1. Swanton with the football on their own 33.
Yeah, he tried, he give a fair catch signal, and then he took his eyes off the ball for a second. You never do that.
Dotson, defensive end on one side. Carter, the defensive end on the left. Outside right linebacker Westoven now flows to the play. Got some running room, but dragged down over there in a good solo open field tackle, I believe, by Strayer. No, they're going to Babcock, the defensive end on that side.
Second down, 6.
Now Carter comes to the wide side of the field as defensive end. Dotson switches over to the short side. Swanton pitch deep, coming right at Liberty Center. Pursuit there, and a great tackle out of bounds by Babcock coming from the other side of the field. Great pursuit there, and Swanton picks up about 4 on the play. They'll be short of a first down.
Yeah, Spike, the Tiger defenders over here on the Tiger right defensive side was given ground grudgingly. The play began to string out, and Babcock met him right at the sideline and crowded him out, and Swanton yet to get their initial first down of the game.
Well, they've got a 3rd and 1 here, ball to 42. That's right, Jim. The Tiger defenders did a good job allowing Babcock to come across and make the play. Now the deep pitch coming right. Tiger defense, great inside penetration there. Either Bear or Carter.
Yeah, they stuffed it anyway. Looks like Troy Overmeyer getting off that pile too, but how about that, Spike? Tiger defense certainly formidable last week. They held a big, strong Wesleyan team out of the end zone.
Oh, yeah, that was a great game, great effort by Liberty Center. And, you know, Liberty Center, even against that very, very, very tough Wauseon defense, still come up with a decent night as far as total team yardage goes. Overmeyer came back with a great game in the air and to help make up.
Yeah, he showed great poise, too, Spike, because there was a few interceptions there. I think they got the count a little crooked, but, you know, he came right back, and when he needed some passing, was able to put it right on the money and led the team to that victory. But, wow, the defensive effort last week, and here they are tonight. Maybe they're trying to put up a string of scoreless quarters. I mean, they always strive for that, but it's sure good to keep them from making first downs, and then they stay away from your end zone.
Very true. Well, while we've got a minute here during the Swanton timeout, they've got the ball 4th and 1 at their own 42. We've got Miller Brothers Trucking with Skip Miller in Napoleon, Holgate Metal Fab in Napoleon with Jeff Spangler, Dave's Auto Service with Dave Perry in Liberty, and Liberty Products with Terry Bowers. Also the Mid-Am Bank in Liberty Center, KK Collision with Kyle Kern in Liberty Center, LR Babcock Plumbing and Heating with Bill Tiplady and Danny Brown, Davis Farm Services with Karen Davis. And now back to action. Back deep for Liberty Center is, it appears, Strayer. Great punt. That's going to take a great Swanton bounce, and Strayer wisely runs away from it. He had nowhere to go, and that ball rolls dead somewhere down around the 10-yard line.
Yeah, that's been Swanton's best play of the night, is a punt like that. Finally, Tigers don't have the field position for their first 2 drives.
Well, all told, a 49-yard punt for Swanton. Liberty Center will take possession at their own, we're going to call it a 50-yard punt, and they'll take possession at the 8-yard line. Tigers showing some different offensive sets tonight, sometimes going with the Parasini double wideout package. And now right now, Ponton in the backfield on the left, Westoven on the right with Zeider as the wingback. Here is the give to Westoven, and Westoven met right there, going up the middle, right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be no gain, 2nd down and 10.
I'm not sure, but what that hole was a little bit to his inside there, Spike. There was just too many boys in purple there to greet him, and I thought I saw a block in there where there was a crease to the inside, but awful hard to see things right, you know, in the crowd.
At the point of attack, yeah. Well, and hey, if the defense decides to go in a certain direction and they're going to stop a certain hole, and if they guess right, there's nothing you can do. Now the Tigers with the 2 wideouts on either side. Here's a little lob out there, just overthrown to Westoven. Parasini had lined up out wide and then came back to throw a seal block, allowing Westoven to get outside, but the pass slightly overthrown, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 10 for Liberty Center on their own 8. Also for Liberty Center sponsors, we've got Pisanello's Pizza with Craig and Sherry Myers, the Henry County Bank in Henry County, B.A. Miller & Sons Trucking with Norma Miller, and the Dugout with Steve and Catherine Parasini. Nick Parasini split wide to the right, Kyle Parasini split wide to the left, 2 setbacks, give to Westoven, and jumps over a tackle up all the way to the 15-yard line, gain of about 7 on the play. Uh-oh, now we've got a flag in the Tiger backfield. That could be a hold. Blocking below the waist.
Yeah, they've got pretty specific rules on how these blocks are supposed to be executed, but Tigers have been pretty good on penalties this year. I mean, good in the sense that they don't get that yellow flag as often as, well, certainly not as often as a lot of teams, Spike, and that's a mark of a good team and a good program. You know what's allowable, that's the way you're coached, and come game time you get out there and you execute the way it's supposed to be, and then no problems.
All right, still discussing it, the Swanton team. Obviously, if they decline, it brings up a 4th and 3, which would be the logical way to go. However, Rex Lindgren, as we've talked about so many times, anywhere within 85 yards of the goal line means that, that it's 4th and who knows.
Yeah, pretty good change of personnel there, Spike.
All right, LC, come on, LC.
Westover, the up back. Back to punt is Strayer. Snap goes back. Strayer gets off a high boomer, but not too deep. Ball hits at the 35 and taken right there by Kyle Parasini. And Swanton will have great field position on Liberty Center's 36-yard line. Well, the Swanton defense, Jim, is their strength. And so far, Liberty Center did have that one about a 60-yard drive. And other than that, they've pretty well shut down the Tigers in the early going here.
Come on, defense! Get in there, buddy!
In their linebacker, number 74, Nate Bear. 26, Ryan Strayer on the other outside. And in the middle linebacker is, I believe, Zeiter. Two wide outs to the right. Quarterback rolling that way. Throws upfield. Got a receiver, and he couldn't hang on.
Well, that looked like an opportunity for the Bulldogs to have a play that would look like it was designed to gain 7-8 yards, Spike.
Well, that's the thing. When you go to the pass, it's a great when you complete them, because you're going to pick up 7-8 yards and you're going to move the sticks. So on the other hand, when you're incomplete, now it puts you in a hole where the count and the amount dictates what you have to do, which aids the defense, of course. Yeah. Now with a wide out to either side, two setbacks. Unbalanced line to the right. Give straight ahead, hit right there, and I believe by Strayer. Gain of about 4, we'll call it, and it'll be a 3rd down and 6.
74, too.
74, Nate Bear. Nate Bear also went on the hit.
All right, defense, get in there, D.
Westover in the game at linebacker, replacing Strayer.
Go, defense!
Defensive backs, Tim Myers, Nick Parasini, and Jeremy Babcock. Dropping straight back, looking downfield. Got to get rid of it quick. And pass thrown away behind the receiver. Great coverage, blanket coverage out there by Tim Myers.
No question, that pass didn't have a chance, and even if the quarterback could have put it exactly on the money, that'd have been something for the Tigers, because Tim, a tall fellow, plays a lot of basketball and played some excellent pass defense in the early games for the Tigers. So I don't think you complete many on Mr. Myers' turf.
No, he's improved vastly every game. Now Swanton in 4-down territory on the 33, going for it on 4th and 7. Nope, now there's going to be a timeout called before the snap. Swanton, I believe, uses their 2nd timeout. And at the 2:07 mark of quarter number 1, if you're just tuning in here on TV5, it's Liberty Center 8, Swanton nothing. Liberty Center scoring on a 60-yard drive to open the game, highlighted by a long post pattern strike to Kyle Parasini, and then a 25-yard scamper by Troy Westover.
Spike, that was a good timeout, and I'll tell you why. With Swanton's record being what it is, and this game right now is within 1 touchdown, and they have good field position here at this point, and let's be sure what you want to run and really talk it over. And I kind of admire that call, because what's the sense of saving them and get buried, and then what are you going to do with them?
Oh, that's right, Jim. I totally agree there.
Very judicious use of timeout there. But we'll see. The Tigers, man, oh, man, coming off that defensive effort last week and even before. It doesn't matter if they have a lousy field position with which to defend the Tiger goal line. They're up to the task. They just get hard-nosed about it, and they bend a little here and there, but they stiffen and stop them.
Okay. Tiger defense set. Swanton and 2 wideouts to the right. Roll that way. Great Tiger pressure. Screen pass set up. Only man there. Westover, and he's got him! A loss of 3 yards on the play, and Troy Westover comes up big. Battled through a whole swath of Swanton interference there and made the tackle.
Oh, he did, and they had great pressure on him, and it was a well-conceived screen pass, Spike. That looked like, boy, as that began to unfold, hey, this might go. But Troy Westover, the man of the moment there on defense, got her done.
Well, you better believe it was a great play, because there was nobody behind Troy but about 35 yards of wide open real estate. And that was a great play, and making a shoestring tackle there. Now the Tigers put Parasini in motion. Here's the give straight ahead to Westoven, right up the gut, and he's going to pick up 4 hard-earned yards. It'll be a 2nd down and 6. You know, it's good to see Zach Gramling back out there. We were afraid that his injury might keep him out for a good share of the season, but he's in there tonight at right guard, also playing some defense at linebacker. Lining her over the ball.
Do it again, line.
Overmeyer under center. Single setback Westoven. Parasini in motion left. Give to Westoven again. And Westoven battles his way across the 40 and up to the 42. It'll be a gain of, well, they're going to spot it right at the 40. We'll give him a yard on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 5. Tigers using more of a, rather than the 2 tight ends set with a wing back, going with at least 1 wide out and sometimes only the single setback with a wing and Nick Parasini in the slot.
All right, Spike, Matt Leininger leads him up to the line of scrimmage.
All right, now we've got Zeider and Westoven as the 2 setbacks. Parasini split wide to either side. Overmeyer on a little play action, throws downfield. He's got Westoven wide open. A big catch there as Westoven turned around and made the play behind him. Great catch by Westoven on a needle pass from Overmeyer. It'll be a 1st down on the 40-yard line of Swanton.
Yeah, you had to love looking at that. Scott Overmeyer stand back there just as cool as he could be, and bodies all around him, and finally he rifled that thing just on the money.
And rifle was a good way to put it, an 18-yard strike there. Now they're going to, the ball's on the 40. Here's Overmeyer on a keeper, running a sort of an option play, and we're going to get a flag, perhaps a hold back there behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that's a signal, and you know, when a play begins to kind of roll that way and the trailing ref is right there seeing the blocking and the running, that's usually what's going to develop, Spike, and awful hard to make a block while you got a moving target.
Well, Liberty Center using more of a diversified, wide-open attack here tonight rather than the standard 2 tight end set. And Swanton so far has done a credible job on defense as they've seen these multiple sets and these different looks, and so far doing a nice job against Liberty Center.
Yeah, you can hear the pads pop when they have some real contact there. So these guys, they came to play tonight. It's their homecoming night, and you know, they always play the Tiger stuff.
Now the Tigers back with 2 tight ends, Babcock on the left, Strayer on the right, and Nick Parasini, the wing back, on the right. Here's a straight drop back. Now throws underneath to Parasini. He's got a little running room. Takes on 2 tacklers head on and gets back about 8 yards of that of the 10 that they lost on the holding penalty. That'll get them up to about a 2nd down and about 12. Ball at midfield. No, across midfield, I'm sorry. Down inside the 45 to the 43.
You know, Spike, I kind of admire the coaching staff working on the forward pass a little bit here tonight. You know, some would think, well, we can run it down their throats and just run, but you know, let's work on the whole offense here a little.
Yep, a good point. At the end of quarter number 1, it's Liberty Center 8, Swanton nothing. Now to catch the rest of our sponsors, we've got Dave's Running Shop in Delta, Swanton Welding with Norm Zeider, Speece Trailer Court with Rick Speece, Meyer Baden-Hop Insurance with Bob and Marge Jurassics, running that in Liberty Center, and we've got the Liberty Hardware with Randy and Velma Hall. Now, for our individual sponsors, parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, and friends, we've got Louis Miller, ace driver for Miller Brothers Trucking. We've got Mary Beth Collins, Chester and Nola Short, and Chad for son, grandson, and brother, John Collins. We've got Uncle Rick and Aunt Rhonda Miller, along with Carl and Cheryl Carter for Neil Carter, Mike and Linda Simbola for their son, Brad, Greg and Deb Westoven and family Lynn, Katie, and Sean, along with Grandpa Kip and Grandma Cecilia for their son, grandson, and brother Troy Westoven. They also wish the entire Tiger team good luck. We've got Jenny Parasini for her brothers Nick and Kyle, We've got Tom and Cindy Overmeyer for their son, Scott, the quarterback, and Jenny Strayer for her brother, Ryan. Now back to action. Liberty Center with a spread left formation. Here is the fake to Parasini. The give coming the other way to Zeider on a delay around the right side, and that's going to pick up about 6 solid yards there. Good call as they're keeping Swanton off balance.
Yeah, and good execution. You know, in order for misdirection to fool the defense, people have got to carry out their fakes, and blocking scheme has got to act this way and do that, and well, just good execution.
Hey, it worked for me because I had to go to the third guy before I found the football. Now we've got Nick spread wide to the left, Kyle spread wide to the right, Zeider and Westhoven back, Overmeyer back to throw, ball loose on the field when
Scotty ran her down. No, that ball was stripped. A big meat eater came in there and kind of pawed on him while he was still looking for a pass receiver, and so the ball was loose. It was a hot ball and a real scramble for it, but Scott had the edge on that and did cover it up. Big loss for the Tigers, though. Sets them way back, Spike.
Yeah, that ball will go all the way back. It was about we're going to call it a 15-yard loss approximately. Back in punt formation is Strayer. Up back is Parasini. Here is the snap. High spiraling punt, going to come down around the 30-yard line, takes a Swanton bounce, and I believe it's Nate Bear right there to down the football. Swanton will take over on their own 34 with 10:37 left here in quarter number 2. Jim, that number 52 that made that play was one of Swanton's linemen, one of their finest, Aaron Red, a 6'2", 215-pound senior. Definitely one of their stalwarts and one that they're counting on big this year.
Wow, he looked good there. He found himself right there chin to chin with Scott Overmeyer, and instead of tackling him, he just tried to strip the ball.
All right, Zeider, the middle linebacker, Westhoven linebacker on the left. Now, there's a jump there. We're going to have to wait and see which way they call it. Kyle Leatherman comes out of the pile with the football, and, of course, the referee doesn't let that go. I'm not sure, Jim, where that started, if it was the left guard or if it was the Tigers with encroachment.
Well, I don't know, but there was at least a couple Tigers that thought for sure that Swanton moved, so they had a head of steam up.
Yep, procedure call against the Bulldogs. That'll make it 1st and 15. Ball at Swanton's own 29-yard line. Now wide out to either side for the Bulldogs. 2 setbacks. Unbalanced line to the right. Quarterback under center. Tigers in the standard 5-3. Here's the give straight ahead. Running room there. Bounces off 1 tackle. Troy Westhoven finally comes up. Makes the hit at about the 35. It'll be a gain of about 6 on the play for Swanton. Jim, Swanton may not have a robust, super talented team, but these guys are playing some solid football tonight.
They really are. They're just lining up head to head, and you can hear helmets popping and shoulder pads smacking, so they're playing. So you admire that. That's high school football. That's the NWOAL League, Spike.
Well, Swanton played Archbold tough last week, only losing 17-7. Now the Bulldogs with 2 wideouts to the left. Tigers in man-to-man defense. Now a little flare over there. Now it's a throw downfield. Caught! What a catch! And a well-conceived play by the Bulldogs.
Yeah, you're talking real razzle-dazzle there, Spike. He threw it to back over there in the flat, and then back just looks downfield, and one receiver with Tiger secondary chasing him and put it right where it had to be. Clearly the best offensive play of the Bulldogs.
We're going to call it a gain of around 20, close to 25 yards. And the Bulldogs with a first down on Liberty Center's 40-yard line. 2 wideouts to the left. And caught right there! Quarterback tried to run an option away from his 2 wideouts.
Yeah, baby. Well, I think that's Neil Carter in there on the crunch. He had some help, too. Okay, Matt Leininger, the spotter says, and right along there with Neil Carter.
I'm going to give Carter a lot of credit on that one. He was also in there.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, big defensive stop there.
Yeah, great penetration from pretty much the smaller Liberty Center Tiger defensive line. Now Swanton with a wide out either side, 2 setbacks, unbalanced line to the right. Here's the give straight ahead, and picking his way there, tries to find some running room, finally brought down by a host of Tiger tacklers, and that may not bode well for Liberty Center. It appears that could be a face mask, being the nature of the place where the penalty is called.
That's what they're gonna wave on the Tigers there, but certainly not a hard effort. He just was doing all he could to make a tackle, and once in a while your hand slides around all over that helmet. But they got to call it, Spike, to prevent real troubles. That defensive stick by Leininger and Carter on the quarterback, that's the way to really stop a passing attack. I mean, they crunched him well enough that the quarterback's got to think about that, Spike, and that hurries him a little, and well, it just begins to put that seed of wonder in his mind that if I got time to watch this pattern.
Well, you know, Swanton, it appeared that they were trying to get their lineman on that right side out to protect that option, and that just left everybody on the inside to come flying through. Now with a wide out to either side, give straight ahead. That's got no running room whatsoever. Strayer right there on the initial hit. That will bring up 3rd down. A loss. Now we're going to call it no gain on the play. It'll be 3rd down and about a long 5 yards to go. Swanton with the ball, Liberty Center's 35-yard line. It's 8-0 Liberty Center as they scored on the opening drive of the game. But since then, Swanton as their defense has come to the front and shut them down. 2 wide outs to the right side, 2 setbacks. Now the roll to the left, the option play, fumbled in the backfield and scooped up. Great pursuit out there, slowed down, I believe, by Babcock. No, Strayer slowed him down, and the hit finally made on the far sideline, but it's a 1st down for the Bulldogs.
You know, Spike, that scat back for the Bulldogs showed some real speed going around the flank, and that's something, well, you know, the Tigers, if they try to stuff it up inside, they've always got to be aware that there could be some fleet-footed backs out there that they haven't played yet, but it didn't take him long. Consider he even bobbled the ball over there and still picked it up and was able to get good yardage.
Exactly, gain of 7 on the play. It'll be a 1st and 10 on the Liberty Center 28. Wide out to the right, wide out to the left, 2 setbacks. Straight drop back, looks, throws the home run ball, and totally overthrown. Great job there by Nick Parasini on the coverage. He had the inside position. There was no way the ball was going to be caught.
He did. He had him screened off from that, and you know, that frustrated not only the quarterback but the receiver, because as that play like that's called, they know where they're supposed to be, but good defensive coverage. He was going to concede the sideline knowing that it wouldn't likely come that way. Excellent defensive play there.
Right. Swanton comes out with the same set. Unbalanced line to the left, the wide out to either side. Quarterback under center, long count. Give off that left side, and he's hit right there. Maybe gain of a yard or 2. Well, the press box gives Nate Baer credit for that hit. That'll bring up 3rd down and about 9 yards to go. The ball on the 27-yard line.
Yeah, that was Zeider out and Overmeyer in on that little sub right there. Spike, they're looking for a stuffer here on a 3rd and 9.
Now everything is stacked to the left side, to the short side of the field for Swanton. 2 wide outs on that side. Quarterback under center.
Yeah, there was movement on the purple line of scrimmage there. There were a couple people that kind of give a hunch up there, and right away the whistles and the flag. So Tigers going to pick up 5 yards on this exchange.
And for Swanton's, you know, from their standpoint, that really has to hurt, because 3rd and 14 is a lot more difficult to convert than 3rd and 9.
Yeah, I understand they have a good field goal kicker. They were practicing during the warm-ups here. Carol Frankfather points out, and she saw him kicking 45-yarders. So we'll see what happens here.
Well, they might be slightly maybe out of his range now if the Tigers can hold. Now Swanton with a wide out to either side of the field. Tight end on the left, motion right. And another jump by the offensive line. Things starting to break down now for Swanton. We assume it goes against the offense.
Oh, yeah, and that's totally inexcusable, Spike. That's 2 plays in a row. They weren't on the same count, and there's just no excuse for that. I mean, that's the kind of thing that a coach can absolutely go ballistic over, and deservedly so. I mean, it's like, pay attention. You have to.
All right, now it's 3rd and 19, the ball at the 36. Swanton, however, of course, in 4-down territory. Tiger defense has lining here in the middle, Bowden Bender on the defensive right side, and now motion to the outside, to the wide side of the field. Drops back to throw, quick release, and unbelievable!
I don't believe it.
Scott Overmeyer
Yeah.
did all he could, went up in the air, had the play defended very, very well, got his hands on the football. The ball was thrown high, and he couldn't get a good grip on it because it was so high, and the ball popped straight up in the air, and the opportunistic Swanton Bulldogs go in from 36 yards out, and they get to within 2. It's 8-6 Liberty Center.
Oh, man, that's a football for you, Spike. I mean, that was defended well. Scott was there, and he might have possibly been thinking of reeling that in and heading the other way. But that ball squirted through because it was high, but Swanton defender right there looking at it.
6 minutes to go in the first half. Swanton lining up for the 2-point conversion. Here's the option sweep to the right. Looking for running room, and hauled down there by, I think, number maybe 65, Kyle Leatherman.
Also, Brian Dotson had to have his nose there right there, but kept him from converting, Spike, so
Well,
Tigers.
that's huge, Jim.
Oh,
That
yeah.
is huge. Those point after touchdowns so very often have a direct say in the outcome of a game, as we certainly saw last week.
But what a turn of events. Here they were shooting themselves in the foot, 2 successive offside or motion penalties, and then they get a big break like that. Talk about having it handed to you. Well, Tigers will have to tighten down and mount an offensive drive of their own.
Well, like I say, it's time to answer the bell. They had some things to overcome after 3 bruising NWAL battles. Now, while we've got a moment here, we'll get a few of our sponsors. We've got Pisanello's Pizza with Craig and Sherry Myers, Henry County Bank, B.A. Miller & Sons Trucking, The Dugout in Liberty Center, Dave's Running Shop in Delta, Swanton Welding, Speece Trailer Court, Meyer Badenhop Insurance in Liberty Center, the Liberty Hardware, also Davis Farm Services, L.R. Babcock Plumbing and Heating, KK Collision, Mid-Am Bank, the Liberty Products, Dave's Auto Service in Liberty, Holgate Metal Fab, and Miller Brother Trucking. Now set to go. Swanton lines up, and a boomer comes down at around the 20-yard line, bobbled, scooped up by Kyle Parasini, stays on his feet, straight up the middle, following the wedge, and he gets the ball back up to somewhere around the 30-yard line. We're going to call it the 33-yard line of Liberty Center, where it'll be first down. Number 20, Rodney Ponton, checks into the backfield as a running back, along with Troy Westoven. It'll be Westoven on the right, Ponton on the left. Babcock tight end on the left. Strayer tight end on the right with Zeiter the wingback. Give straight ahead to Westoven. Not much running room there. Swanton really gearing up to stop that inside run.
Yeah, I believe Swanton's got a little fire in their belly here, Spike. I mean, you talk about momentum. It looked clearly that they were even going to be out of field goal range there that last possession that they had. And, wow, that football fortune bounced their way, and now they've taken heart, and it's just a 2-point ball game.
That's right. Anything can happen. Tigers now with a 2 tight end set. Here is the give. And I believe Ponton with the football. Nothing doing there as he was snowed under in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a couple. 3rd down and about 11, we'll call it. Well, the Swanton Bulldogs really flying to the football, Jim, and I think you'll see Liberty Center take advantage of that, whether it's this series or next. You know, with some misdirection or a screen or some kind of counterplay.
Yeah, absolutely. There's always a coaching scheme that will negate what seems to present itself.
Ponton on the right, Westhoven on the left. Parasini in motion. Pitch to Westhoven, trying to get outside, jumps over one tackler and battles his way up across the 35 up to the 40-yard line. Gain of about 8 on the play.
Yeah, that was a nice play offensively just to get him a few yards so that as they punt this ball, which likely they will, they're going to have better field position for the Tiger defense to defend.
Well, now the up back is Westhoven. That's always something to key on for Liberty Center. Back is Strayer. Punt goes back, Strayer, or snap goes back, Strayer gets it off. A wobbler, hits down at about the 40-yard line, takes a good Liberty roll, and will roll dead somewhere around the 35 or 36-yard line, where Swanton will take over. Well, Jim, with 3:50 to go, it's Liberty Center 8 and Swanton 6. Oh boy!
Yes, sir. This is a football game, and it's not with the Tigers making mistakes. It just happens to be the way this game's unrolling for us here. A few penalties on either side, but wow, a big break when that ball slithered through Scotty Overmeyer, and now the Swanton Bulldogs think they're pumped.
All right, they come out with 2 wideouts to the right side, the wide side of the field. Unbalanced line to the left, a single setback. Drops back to throw, rolling, in trouble, brought down! Scott Overmeyer coming up from his quarterback spot, laid a lick on him back in the 28, and it's about a 9-yard loss for Swanton.
Man, he had a green light on that because he knew where he was going. He didn't stop to shake hands or talk to anybody. I'm going for that ball, and he put his nose right on it. I'm surprised he wasn't picked up in that backfield. Looked like there were a couple blockers there, but they weren't expecting it, and good defensive call.
Well, a good read there. Maybe Liberty Center had some sort of a stun on there on a delayed blitz. Now Swanton with a wideout, with 3 wideouts now, no tight ends, 2 setbacks. Gives straight ahead, and he smoked again, baby! Loss of 2 more on the play.
Matt Leininger in there, along with a whole row of Tigers. I mean, you could just see the Tiger defense swell up and just mount a charge, Spike.
Yep, great defensive stand here for Liberty Center. That will make it 3rd down, and we'll call it 21 yards to go according to the scoreboard, more like about 23. Swanton has to go all the way up to their own 47-yard line for a 1st down. Wide out to either side, unbalanced line to the right to the short side. Here is the give in the backfield, and tripped up there by...
Yeah, that's Troy Westhoven met him there.
Yep. Westhoven met him for the hit. Carter slowed him down as he penetrated. Maybe a half a yard gain on the play.
Boy, what a defensive stand by the Tigers there, Spike. I mean, no question, they got their dander up on that stand.
No
Did very well.
Now Swanton in punt formation. He recovers the high snap, ball coming down, takes a Swanton bounce, scooped up over there by, I believe, Strayer.
Yeah, Ryan Strayer that was, and this will give the Tigers good field position, but that clock down to 1:45.
Well, Tigers may look to open it up here as this 8-6 lead certainly could give Swanton some momentum going into halftime.
Boy, this would just make Swanton season. I mean, 1-4 is their record at this point, but always in this league, you gotta play him. You have to play him 4 quarters.
Now Salmi in there at the wing back on the left side. 2 setbacks, 2 tight ends. Here is the give to Zeider. Pickup of about, we'll call it 4 on the play. 2nd down and 6. Clock running with 1.5 minutes to go.
Come on, LT.
Oh, we've got an exchange fumble. And it appears Liberty Center recovers. It'll be third down, loss of a couple. Back to the 45-yard line. That'll make it third down and about 7 yards for Liberty Center. And the clock is stopped. It'll be a Liberty Center timeout. Okay, we'll catch our parents and other sponsors here. We've got Louis Miller, Mary Beth Collins, and Grandpa Chester and Nola Short. Brother Chad for John Collins. Uncle Rick and Aunt Rhonda Miller for their nephew Neil Carter. Carl and Cheryl Carter for their son Neil. Mike and Linda Sambola for their son Brad. Also Greg and Deb Westoven and family Lynn, Katie, and Sean, along with Grandpa Kip and Grandma Cecilia for number 35, Troy Westoven. Jenny Parasini for her brothers Nick and Kyle. Tom and Cindy Overmeyer for their son Scott. And Jenny Strayer for her brother Ryan Strayer.
All right, Spike, an issue here is that it's third down. So Tigers either need to move the sticks here or, I don't know, maybe kick it away.
Well, I say go for it. Tigers with the Parasini package split out wide to the left. Zider and Westoven in the backfield. Give to Westoven off the right side. Stays on his feet and battles his way up to the 50-yard line. Fought through a couple of tackles and a gain of about 5 on the play. Oh, Jimmy, have we got a call here? Clock running under a minute. Fourth down and 2.
Yeah, and it's right dead on the 50-yard line, so it looks like we're going to have an offensive play run, but last minute ticking off.
Yep, clock running at 44 seconds. The Parasini package split out wide to this right side. Actually, Nick is the wing back. Here is the deep pitch to Westoven coming this way. He's got running room. Follows a great block by Zider and down to the 40-yard line and out of bounds. It's a Tiger first down with 31 seconds left. Oh, Jim, that's big. Now with 40 yards away from the goal line and still 31 seconds left, the Tigers have time to do a few different things here.
Yes, they do. And that nice run by Westoven, being well aware of where the sideline was and to get that clock stopped.
Overmeyer straight back, pump fakes, now throws deep for Parasini, overthrown and out of bounds. The good thing about that, it was where nobody else could catch it either. So it'll be second down and 10, ball still at the 40-yard line with 23 seconds remaining in the first half.
Well, I tell you, looking at it from a Swanton point of view, if they could keep the Tigers from scoring here, they would go into halftime just about sky high. But, boy, we've seen wonderful adjustments by the Tiger coaching staff and the Tiger team at halftimes this whole season, Spike.
Yep. Well, you know, the Tigers have been very dangerous in these late first half drives. Overmeyer back to throw, has time, has a receiver out there, and almost picked off. Number 84 from deep in the secondary read that one, came up, almost made a great play.
Man, and I'm thinking that Strayer thought that was his ball, too. It was a question of here comes purple, and there goes orange, and anyway, football harmlessly to the ground. So still two downs yet.
Yep, third down and 10, ball to 40-yard line. Clock stopped with 17 seconds to go. We got Kyle Parasini wide to the short side of the field, Nick Parasini wide to the right, the wide side. Tight end on that left side. Right side, excuse me, Babcock. Now the pass, caught by Parasini, and he's got first down yardage to the 25-yard line. 10 seconds left, and Liberty Center signals for a timeout. Or excuse me, an official's timeout. Liberty Center,
yeah, they got to move
stop the clock while they move the sticks.
Yeah.
While they wait for the change to be set. Overmeyer will come to the line of scrimmage and more than likely spike the football. Nope, straight drop back. He's got Parasini caught over there at the 18-yard line, out of bounds. 4 seconds to go.
Tigers looking very sharp on this passing attack, Spike, and that's just nice to polish up on that.
Well, now the Tigers know with 4.4 seconds they've got time for one play. Undoubtedly, it'll go into the end zone, but as I say, undoubtedly, that's exactly when Liberty Center won't do that. They'll send people deep and maybe float a Troy Westoven out into the flats beneath a couple of receivers who have went deep and went wide to pull the defense and give Troy some running room to maybe pick his way into the end zone.
Yeah, how many times all season have we seen Troy out there one-on-one making people miss with his cutting ability and just savvy running skills out in the open field. So that's a long 4.4 seconds to defend against for the Bulldogs, Spike.
Yeah, and who's to say if they don't, I mean, it's unlikely, but there may even be a chance to get that quick little zip over to a Parasini on the sidelines and maybe stop the clock with .05 or whatever, but that might be asking quite a bit. Well, after the Tiger timeout,
All right, Spike, what are you going to call here?
boy, Jim, I don't know. We've got Kyle Parasini split wide to the left, Nick Parasini split wide to the right with the tight end eligible on that side. Straight drop back by Overmeyer, has a little time, throws it down there, caught! It's a touchdown! What a catch! We got to pick out the receiver, but he got underneath and went up in the air with a big two-hand grab. What a pass! I believe it was Ryan Strayer, but we're not sure.
I don't know, but he caught it in traffic, and there was a pattern with two Tiger receivers right there close. And, boy, I'm telling you, we're still not sure who caught that thing, but he kept good focus on that pass, which is what a good receiver does, and reeled her in for a touchdown as time expires in the first half, Spike.
What a play, what a drive by Liberty Center. They methodically moved down the field through the air. You know, and it was a good route, good setup they had, because the whoever was the deepest receiver pulled two of the defenders deeper with him, and that allowed a good cut right to the post. We're gonna think it was Strayer at this point.
Well, I hope the camera got a good view of that, but no matter, it was just a well-conceived and well-executed play. You know, for a play to work, everybody's got to do their job, and of course we follow the ball and we see who caught it and who threw it and that, but boy, there had to be blocking there just had to be precise routes. It was just a thing of beauty.
Very much so. Now the Tigers line up with the wing back right. Now motion, Parasini gives straight ahead. Westoven in for the score! Boy, what a huge way to end the first half! And Liberty Center scores the two-point conversion on the straight dive off the left side by Westoven. And it's Liberty Center by 10, 16-6. Oh, Jimmy, what a turn. A great Tiger stand on defense, and then they move the ball 50 yards downfield for the score.
Oh, man.
Excuse me, 60.
Never say there's not enough time. The Tigers, excellent clock management, and again, that is another skill of a good team, Spike, and they are doing it.
Yeah, you can't say enough about the way Overmeyer rifled it in there, hitting Strayer with that bullet touchdown pass. So at the end of the first half here on TV5, it's Liberty Center 16 and Swanton 6. Strayer with 8, Babcock and Troy Westoven with 5, and Tim Myers with 4. Here's the kickoff, Liberty Center down to the 22-yard line, return straight ahead, and brought down there by number 6. Who's that? John Collins, I believe.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, John Collins on the hit. Okay, getting set here for the second half kickoff. It'll be Leatherman teeing it up for Liberty Center. We'll work our halftime stats in as we go here. Leading tacklers for Liberty Center, Babcock with 5, Westoven with 4, Strayer and Carter each with 3, and Carter with 1 quarterback sack. Time of possession favored Liberty Center 14 minutes to Swanton's 10. Now the kickoff, low line drive, bounding around, down inside the 20 to the 16-yard line. Returned off the left side, a little bit of running room there, and I believe it was Kyle Leatherman on the initial hit. Kyle, the man handling the kickoff chores, down for the initial hit. Good coverage there, and the Tigers on defense. Swanton with the football. They'll have a 1st and 10 on their own 26-yard line in the rushing department. Troy Westoven, 13 carries for 74 yards. Ryan Zeiter with 4 carries for 24 yards. Ponton 2 carries for minus yardage, and Overmeyer 1 carry for a -10. Swanton with a wide out, 2 wide outs to the right side. Dropping back, has a little bit of time, sets up, now throws the home run ball, and overthrown. That'll be 2nd down and 10. So Liberty Center, 20 carries for 87 yards, an average of 4.3 a carry. Who, Ryan again? All right, sorry. I've probably done that at least 100 times
All right,
this year.
defense, do it again, D. Come on, defense.
For Swanton, 12 rushes for only 20 yards. They were 4 of 7 passing for 58 yards.
Jeremy.
2nd down and 10.
This one, Jeremy.
Swanton now with a wide out to either side of the field. Here is the give to the second back coming around there, and stopped right at the point of attack. And it was number 64, Lucas Bodenbender, wrapping him up. Great stop there. Loss of a yard on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 11. So Swanton altogether with 78 total yards of offense compared to Liberty Center's 177. Scott Overmeyer was 6 of 9 for 90 yards. Westoven a catch for 20. Kyle Parasini a catch for 23. Now 3rd down and 11. Wide out to either side for Swanton. Here is a little play action. Now the lob down the middle, and it's incomplete. Great job there by Jeremy Babcock as he stepped in front with great positioning, body positioning there, knocking the pass down. Almost came up with a difficult interception. But most importantly, Liberty Center holds, and Swanton will be forced to punt from their 25-yard line. They're set back deep is Nick Parasini. Up back is Strayer. Low line drive kick, wobbling straight down the field. Parasini has to let it go. And the ball will come dead somewhere down around the 30-yard line where Liberty Center will take over. 1st and 10. Now to pick up the rest of these stats, Liberty Center had 3 passing first downs, 2 rushing first downs for a total of 5. Swanton with 1 passing and 1 rushing for a total of 2 first downs. Altogether, Swanton with 19 offensive plays for a total of 78 yards, about 4 yards per play. Liberty Center, 26 total plays for 177. That good for about 7 yards of play. Now the give straight ahead, not much running room there. Swanton has done a great job, you know, tonight on that fullback trap or fullback dive up the middle. Liberty Center not picking up too much on the early going there. Gain of maybe a yard on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 9, ball on the 31. Tigers come out now with the 2 tight ends set. Babcock on the offensive left side, Strayer the tight end on the offensive right side. Wing back left, deep pitch to Westoven, looking for running room. Has a nice block. Westoven leaps over Zeiter and picks up about, we're going to call it about 4 on the play, maybe 5. It'll be 3rd down and about 5 yards. Ball on the 35-yard line. Zeiter on the left, Westoven on the right in the backfield for Liberty Center. Give to Zeiter straight. No, it was Westoven. It was Zeiter as the lead block. Good fake there by Overmeyer. And the give to the second back through Westoven, and he is close to 1st down yardage. It's going to be maybe a half a yard short. We'll call it 4th down and 1. Ball at the 39-yard line of the Bulldogs. Well, Jim, if we ever go to that 4-down territory, it's right now. And Liberty Center going to come right out after them. Perhaps they'll look to draw the Bulldog defense off sides. We'll see. Nope. It's a straight pitch deep to Westoven. Got running room, and he's up over the 40 and all the way up to the 45. And the Tigers keep the chains a-moving.
Yeah, Nate Zeiter, nice block there to spring him, Spike. And sure enough, we've seen before where Troy Westoven needs just a few yards to make something happen, whether it's an extra point conversion or to move the sticks, and man, he'd be hard to tackle.
All right, clock running here in the 3rd quarter, 8:55 to go. Liberty Center with that big late touchdown drive at the end of the first half. They lead at 16-6. Two tight end set, Zeiter and Westone in the backfield. Here is the give to Zeiter. On a Salmi from his wingback position.
Yep.
Now that Tiger offense doing what it's supposed to do, fooling the defense and fooling the play-by-play people.
Boy, they're having quite a struggle on the line of scrimmage here, Spike. I'm sure you've noticed it, but these Swanton boys come out here and they've still got fire in their belly.
No question, the Bulldogs came to play tonight, but a good setup down for Liberty Center, 2nd down and 7. Salmi, the wing back on the left. Here's the give to Westover. Got a little running room. Makes a cut. Now back to the right on another cut. And carries 2 tacklers for 6 yards. All the way down to the 35-yard line. Gain of 15 yards for Troy Westover.
Again, showing his cutting ability. That's got to rank him up there. Some of the top backs in the whole area, Spike. I know he's got lots of yards per carry. At this point in the season, he'd be right up there with anybody. But, man, can he cut. That's one way he gets those yards.
I know, and it's just flat-out fun to watch him run the football because he's not a straight-ahead slashing runner. He dips, he jukes, he jives, he twists the feet, turns. Now here's the give to Zeiter off the right side. Zeiter stays on his feet, gets inside the 25-yard line and down to about inside the 24. We'll give him a short 2-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down and 8 for the Tigers. Big drive here, Jim, to open this second half. The Tigers want to establish their supremacy in this game.
Yeah, it's a good ball possession drive. We've already used quite a bit of the clock here, mixing it up well with the quick pitches and the traps and assorted plays.
Right, Tigers make a change on the offensive line, trying to run with a fresh body every play to keep people fresh. Now Overmeyer play action, rolls out right, has a receiver downfield, and Strayer on a diving attempt, can't come up with it, and it'll bring up 2nd down, it'll bring up 3rd down and 8. Strayer with a good effort going low to get the football.
Yeah. You know, that run does just exactly that, gives the defense a little something to think about, worry about. They kind of creep up a little bit, and then Scott was able to have a little room to work that pass. So you just gotta keep mixing things, Spike, and our coaching staff has done that very well this year.
Yep, very well indeed. Now it's Bodenbender back in at left tackle in place of Cimbola. Here is the give off the right side, loose ball, and it appears to be Bulldog football. A botched handoff there in the backfield, and the Bulldogs take over with the turnover. And they'll have the ball on their own 37-yard line. Liberty Center's drive stopped after picking up about 40 yards on that drive.
Now, Spike, we don't have statistics here for the whole season at this point on turnovers by the Tigers, but we haven't had very many.
When they came in bunches like in Wauseon, but the Tigers held their ground there and held them out. Now the give off the right side, nothing doing there. Great penetration by Liberty Center. It was Zeiter from his linebacker spot making the first hit.
Yeah.
And then it was Myers.
Babcock and Dotson.
And Dotson to peel him off. That'll be a loss of a yard on the play. You
Yeah.
know, the Tiger offense gets a lot of attention, but the Tiger defense has played very, very well this year, Jim.
Oh, absolutely, Spike. In fact, that last game, you know, all the talk was Wauseon and their great defense. Well, how about Tigers and their great defense? Kept them out of the end zone the whole game.
Now Swanton comes out with a wide out to either side of the field. The tight end eligible on this right side. 2 setbacks. Straight ahead dive. Now they're going to run a pitch play, wrapped up in the backfield and brought down for another huge loss. Great penetration again.
Yeah, Tigers pouring through there on that side over there. When they smell that ball, it isn't just one Tiger that generally is there. It's just a crowd of them, and that's tackle by committee has been a mainstay of Tiger ball for a lot of years.
Well, I believe it was Zeiter again that made the first penetration, and he forced the ball carrier to belly out a little wider, and that just opened up the floodgates for the Tiger tackler.
Yeah, that's a huge loss. That puts them in a hole.
Yeah, 8-yard loss to be 3rd and 19. Ball back on their own 28-yard line. 2 wide outs to the right. Straight drop back. Good pressure from the defensive back. Caught What a catch out there! Oh, baby!
Yeah, that's about as pretty as you get, no matter what color the uniform. He basically one-handed that thing, Spike, and raked her in, and the Bulldogs are set up deep in Tiger territory with a fresh set of downs.
That pass covered approximately 45 yards. He went up with one hand, kept the ball alive. Good coverage there by Myers, but somehow the receiver kept it alive and finally hauled it in at the 27-yard line.
The quarterback got stuck pretty good as he let that pass go, Spike, and he's kind of bending over, and one of the spotters here, Carol Frankfather, says he's hurt. Yeah, I believe he delivered her out there where either his guy was catching it or it wasn't going to get caught.
Well, they paid the price for it. With the quarterback took one big hit from Neil Carter. Now with a wide out to either side, tight end on the right. Give straight ahead, not much running room there, maybe a couple of yards, and Swanton will have to settle for a second down and about 8. Ball resting on the 25-yard line of Liberty Center. Checking back into the game, number 51, Matt Leininger. Symbol in there, the defensive tackle, along with the other defensive tackle, Kyle Leatherman. Or defensive guard, it'll be Nate Bear, the tackle on that other side. Two wideouts to the right side, inside reverse, and broke a tackle, but not much there. Great pursuit by Liberty Center. Babcock came flying across from his line, or from his defensive back spot, and they have Bear in on the initial hit.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to fool the Tigers, Spike. If you're strong enough to block them, yeah, you may have an opening for just a little while, but just to plain outright fool them, I don't think that happens.
Oh, no. Now the Bulldogs with two wideouts to the right side. Now we've got the clock stopped, officials timeout. Deep pitch coming right, following a lot of interference. And he breaks through, but tripped up. I believe Nate Bear may have got a hand on him as he went flying past, but a big gain for Swanton, and it'll be a Bulldog first down.
Yeah. Yeah, we're not sure who maybe made the snag on him, Spike, but at least saved a touchdown there, but gives them a fresh set of downs right down there in the red zone big time. So Tigers need to face them nose to nose here.
Gain of 9 yards on the play. Swanton with a first down on the Liberty 15-yard line. 16-6 Tigers lead. 3.5 to go in the third quarter. Now the deep pitch going left. Some interference out there, but the Tigers swarming to the ball. And from this far away, it's only anybody's guess as to who made the first hit.
Boy, they're giving him almost 5 yards on that, Spike.
Nick Parasini giving credit for the tackle. Clock running with 3:11 to go here, quarter number 3. Liberty Center leads it by 10, but the Bulldogs with some great field position. Wasion with that spread right formation, two setbacks, or no, a single setback. Wing back on the right side. Here is the fake on a little inside reverse. He's got running room. And in for the touchdown for Swanton. And Jim, once again, we got us a ball game.
Well, I guess we do with just 2 minutes and 47 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Swanton came out from their halftime session, and a couple good pass plays got them right down there, and they've really taken heart here.
16-12 at the 2:47 mark of quarter number 3. The Bulldogs will set up to kick the extra point. Snap is good, hold is down, kick is up, and drills it through. So with 2:47 to go, it's Swanton only trailing by 3. Liberty Center up 16-13.
You know, and with that alleged great field goal kicker that Swanton has. They're right there, Spike. They're just down 3 points here with a lot of time to go in this football game.
Yep. You know, you look back over the season, and you know, a lot of Liberty Center fans are starting to get to the point where we expect to win, and sure, you want to expect to win. The team should expect to win. But it was a 14-6 squeaker over Tenora, although Liberty did dominate the statistics in that game. Obviously, the Montpelier game was a mismatch. But then we get into Evergreen, and the Tigers trailed by 2 touchdowns you know, late in the first half. And then we got to Patrick Henry, and that was a nip-and-tuck battle. Patrick Henry only trailed by 6 and had the ball at Liberty's 40-yard line in the 4th quarter. And then we go to Wauseon, and obviously an 8-7 score. We needn't even describe that one.
Yeah, you point out some true facts there, Spike. I mean, this Tiger team, we love them. They're scrappy, and they find a way to get it done. Their record is unblemished, and there's a whole crowd of people here going to root them on to doing that again somehow.
All right, on the front line for Liberty Center, it looks like Carter Simbola, Nate Bear, 50. Now the end-over-end driving kick back to about the 12-yard line as Kyle Parasini returns it straight up the field and puts his head down and barrels his way up to the 35-yard line. Now the Tigers.
Boy, that's kind of scary. He was popped pretty good there, and looked like that ball might have been put on the grass, but he was down before it came loose. So Tigers will keep it, but oh man, they don't need a turnover here, Spike.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you ever question Kyle Parasini and his fortitude, you saw it right there. He took 2 people on, head on, and there was no stopping him. Tigers now with Kyle Parasini split wide to the left side. Now Nick in motion to give to Parasini. And we've got a flag.
Yeah, that came in instantly there, and he's pointing toward his face there. I think Tigers might get a good walk-off here.
Yeah, it looked like it looked like Parasini's head got turned a funny direction there as he was being tackled. That's huge for Liberty Center. That will move the chains.
Yeah, that's
a penalty first down.
That's a personal foul, and I mean they're going to get 15 yards there, but you know there's just awful good logic behind keeping the guys' hands away from the face mask. So when they call that, whether it's on a Tiger or opposing player, you gotta let the refs walk it off.
Yeah, there's been a lot of rule changes in the last number of years as to players' health. You know, the getting rid of the blocking below the knees. You know, that used to be a standard. I mean, that was the way everybody was taught. Of course, that's gone now, and of course the face mask rules and all kinds of.
Well, the spear blocking too. You're not
right.
supposed to lead with your helmet for just causes.
Yeah, it's the old theory of bigger, faster, and stronger, and certainly the rules have to adjust with that.
Well, Tigers much better field position now, Spike. They're up there almost at midfield, so that opens up a real chapter in the playbook. Just a lot of things that could and would work here.
One thing on those halftime stats I want to go over one more time. It was Westover 1 catch for 20 yards, Kyle Parasini 1 catch for 23, Nick Parasini 3 catches for a total of 29 yards, and it was Ryan Strayer who made that catch just a foot into the end zone, last play of the half. That good for 18 yards. And as I said, Overmeyer 6 of 9 in that first half for a total of 90 yards. Now the Tigers with the football on their own 49-yard line, 1st and 10. Salmi, the wing back, on the left, Westover on the right, and Zider on the left. And now we've got each team pointing at each other on movement. Hopefully, I believe it's going to be an encroachment call, but we'll wait and see.
I almost think from my vantage point, the defense came up there and touched the offense.
Yeah, as you are correct, Jim.
They do pose a problem when they do that. You know, as the Tigers come up the line of scrimmage, they know who they're going to block, what the scheme is, and when the secondary comes up there and initiates potential blitz, that poses problems.
All right, Tigers with their standard 2 tight end set. Babcock on the left, Strayer on the right. Here's a deep pitch to Westhoven. He's got some running room. and battles his way down inside the 40 to the 36-yard line. Once again, vintage Troy Westover.
Yeah, and barrels is exactly what he did. He strung out those purple jerseys there, 3-4 of them, and bounces up quickly, and they have to peel himself off the grass. But move the sticks, just a good play.
Well, you know, and once again, you've got Dustin Salmi out there leading the way, and Nate Zeiter, who's done one heck of a job this year, leading the way through the hole for Troy Westover. And once again there, now the Tigers the very same set, a blitz, and right there to meet Westover. Swanton smelled that out as they sent 2 people on an inside blitz, gain of maybe a long yard for the Tigers. We'll give him 2 on the play for Westover. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
You almost have to acknowledge and appreciate a little bit the defensive scheme of the Bulldogs here. I mean, they're gambling and just doing anything they can, but the score just being 3 points different, they're just doing everything they possibly can figure out to keep it where they've got a shot, Spike.
All right, same set. Swanton showing blitz. Here's the deep pitch to Westover, and hit right there at the line of scrimmage. And the Bulldogs meet him there, maybe a yard loss. It'll be 3rd down and 9. Yeah, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out if you're a defense, you stop Troy Westover first and then hopefully let the rest of the defense follow up. But it's been the ability of the Tigers to adjust to that. Overmeyer's had a big game, and
yeah. Well, the play callers, they see what's developing and kind of what's going on, and so then they have a feel for what might work, Spike, and they've been right an awful lot of times this year.
3rd down and 9 on the 34. Swanton shows blitz. Overmeyer rolling the other way on a naked bootleg, tries to get outside, and he picks up about 5 yards, and that'll be 4th down, but a good 5, maybe 6-yard gain for Overmeyer on that naked bootleg around the right side. Jim, he turned on the jets, you know, when he got to the 35 to the line of scrimmage and was able to pick up 5 or 6 more very crucial yards.
Yeah, he has fooled defenders that are bearing down on him. They think they've got the angle, but Scott Overmeyer, he's got speed that might be a little deceiving, but all to the Tigers' good fortune, because lots of times he can elude tacklers out there and make something out of something that isn't there.
All right, ball just outside the 30-yard line, 4 down territory for Liberty Center. 5 yards to go. Here is Overmeyer on a little play action. He's got a receiver out there. Caught! What a catch! He's at the 20, the 15, the 10, and down to the 8-yard line. Troy Westover out of the backfield is hit way back up at the 20 and bambled, braggled, doggled, and juked his way down inside the 10 to the 8. A big 1st down for the Tigers.
And a perfectly thrown pass. I mean, Scott on the run just delivered it where it had to be. Troy Westover caught that ball just like many Tigers do, Spike. I mean, they just, when that pass is catchable, they catch it. And Scotty can put her there.
No question, that was a great grab by Westover. Westover lining up on the right, Zeiter on the left. Salmi, the wing back on the left side, another blitz, and running room past the blitzer down inside the 5 to the 4, to 3 to 2, and count it! Ring it up! It's song and dance time for the Tigers. It's a Liberty Center touchdown! Boy, Jim, that time they negated that linebacker blitz, went right past him in for the score.
Yeah, teams that live and die by the blitz, when it works and messes things up and they happen to hit the right hole, they can stop a running attack, but they weren't in that hole on that play, and of course the result is a touchdown for the Tigers. But good drive, excellent drive by the Tigers, good execution across the line of scrimmage, and it just what it needed to be.
Well, somebody picked up the blitzer, and that opened up a seam for Westover as he slithered his way through for 6. Now the Tigers going for 2. Overmeyer on play action, setting up a little screen. And there's going to be oh, wait a minute. Oh, boy. 55 had a hold of Ryan Zeiter when the ball was in the air, spun him around, and obviously that's where the pass was intended to go. Jim.
Oh, he had him in a bear hug, Spike. I mean, he was loving him up there, and there's no way he could get free. There had to be some officials see that, but no flag.
Well, and as you can tell, football fans from the Tiger fans' reaction, that there was more than one person that saw that. Well, I don't understand it, but you're not going to get every call. That's the nature of the game.
Yeah, what's amazing to me, now I can see a ref being out of position, maybe two refs, but from our vantage point, there was, I believe, two refs that saw that. And why they couldn't have flagged that, I don't know, Spike.
I mean, it's either pass interference or a defensive holding on the receiver. I mean, no matter what, you just can't do that. Well, Liberty Center leads by 9, and that, of course, keeps Liberty Center ahead by a touchdown and a 2-point conversion with 20 seconds to go in the third quarter. Liberty Center on that long sustained drive, they go up 22-13.
Oh, that was nice execution. Tigers, you know, offensively sometimes have some difficulties, but boy, when they string it together, it's a thing of beauty, Spike.
All right, Leatherman on the kick. High end over end kick comes down at the 15-yard line. Swanton trying to set up a wall. A little bit of running room there. And number 65.
The kicker.
Leatherman, the kicker, makes another tackle.
Yeah, he's done that several times, Spike. So when he kicks the ball, he's looking for somebody to hit. Maybe he's sore at him for fielding his ball.
Yeah. Well, you know, and I can see some steady improvement in Kyle Leatherman, too. He's really started to come around here these last 3 games. So now it'll be a 1st and 10 for Swanton. Their ball just across their own 32-yard line. Clock stopped, 13 seconds to go here in quarter number 3. Swanton sets up with 2 wide outs to the left side. Tight end eligible tight end eligible on the right. Now here's the inside reverse. A little bit of running room there, makes a cut, and it's Overmeyer on the, no, Myers. Myers or Overmeyer.
I think Overmeyer had him by the ankle, but
Yep.
Myers comes in and polishes him off. But, man, I'm telling you, these Swanton boys, they just keep coming at you, Spike. They're a hard-nosed football team. It's hard to believe watching them here tonight that they had only won 1 game.
Yeah, they're playing some good ball. Well, they played well against Archbold, but weren't able to mount much of an offense. And you can see it because in the way that their defense has played for the most part this year, they've really started to gel. And, of course, Liberty Center now anymore, you know, they come into every town with a bullseye on their back.
Oh, they do. There's no doubt. I think early in the season, the prognosticators didn't have Liberty up near the top at all. Well, we know they didn't. But since they've been having success, people are really aiming for them and thinking they still can be had. And we always get everybody's best against the Tigers.
No question there. Well, we've got a chance here between the quarter change. We've got Miller Brothers Trucking with ace driver Louis Miller, Holgate Metal Fab, Dave's Auto Service, Liberty Products, Mid-Am Bank, KK Collision, LR Babcock Plumbing and Heating, Davis Farm Services, Pizzanello's Pizza in Liberty Center, the Henry County Bank, also B.A. Miller & Sons Trucking, and the Dugout. Also in Delta, Dave's Running Shop, Swanton Welding, Speece Trailer Court, Meyer Badenhop Insurance, and the Liberty Center Hardware. Now Swanton with the football. They've got a 2nd down and 2, ball on the 40-yard line. Wide out to either side of the field. Here's the handoff off the right side, and he's going to be, I believe from here he's going to be short of a 1st down, but it's going to be 3rd and very short yardage. You know, for the most part, Liberty Center has ate up Wasion's running game. It's just a big play that has kept the Bulldogs in there. Down for the Bulldogs on the measurement. Perhaps they used their 2 chain link shortened measurement there, as the Liberty Center crew has been known to utilize. Swanton on the attack, wide out to either side. Here is the give off the left side and brought down in the backfield. Nate Bear, while he was being blocked, somehow got a hand out there and tripped up the ball carrier.
That's the point I was going to make, Spike. He actually was blocked and on the ground, but still had the presence to reach up and trip that ball carrier up. And man, you just find a way to do it when you're playing defense.
Yep.
Defense is a wonderful side of the ball to play on.
Yeah, Nate Bear doing a good job in there. That's the second tackle he's made like that tonight. 2nd down and 12, ball at the 41-yard line of Swanton. 2 wideouts to the right side. Here's the pitch going that way. Running room out there and hauled down over on the other sideline. Gain of maybe 3 on the play. And the Liberty Center defense holding on the first 2 downs has Swanton with a 3rd and very long situation. We're going to call it 3rd and 9. Ball just short of the Swanton 45-yard line. Now we're into the 4th quarter. Time starting to be a factor. 10.5 minutes to go in the game. Swanton 2 wideouts to the right side. Long count, straight drop back. Now throw back across the other way. Great one-hand catch and a good job of pursuit from Lucas Bodenbender and Jeremy Babcock coming up from his defensive back position.
Oh, yeah, Lucas Bodenbender shuffling along that line of scrimmage, hard to get out there and make the stick. But, you know, a lot of times those big guys really love an open field tackle if they can make it because, hey, I can do that too. And he did make a bone-jarring tackle, but 4th and 9.
Good speed there from Bodenbender. Now forced to punt. Low line drive kick spiraling down and taken there at the 25-yard line. A little bit of running room for Strayer. Stays on his feet. Breaks 3 tackles down the sideline. Another move. And he's across the 50. And we got a flag on the play in the backfield. Kyle Parasini in number 24 really going at it. And a flag on the play. Jim, we'll have to wait and see who initiated that.
84 on them.
I don't know, but I hope that's all after the play or irrelevant to the play because Ryan Strayer picked up that punt in traffic and made a nice return. Boy,
Yeah.
he brought that ball up the sideline nice.
Yeah, he broke about 3 tackles and picked up a 35-yard return. Now the referee's huddling to try to sort this out. Well, you see that a lot, Jim, away from the play. One guy will be blocked and be down, and the other guy will lay on him, maybe get a little extra nudge or a shoulder, and then maybe a retaliation, and then another push. And
Yeah, well, emotions run pretty hot-blooded on occasion, but that's what the refs are for. And there they've signaled a personal foul against Swanton. So whatever it was, it's going to cost them some serious yardage that they can ill afford to give up at this point in the game.
yeah, Swanton's had some key penalties tonight that have really hurt their cause. Now Liberty Center with the additional 15-yard walk-off. That's going to put that sucker deep into Swanton territory. And Liberty Center certainly not cruising with this 9-point lead. Anything but a huge, huge opportunity here for the Tigers. Try to get the set of the ball here. It's going to be 40 to 30. It's inside the... No, it's just about the 30-yard line. There, the scoreboard has it at the 31. Tigers with Salmi, the wing back on the left. Straight ahead to Westhoven. He stays on his feet straight ahead and picks up 5 or 6 big yards. Now, Jim, late in the game, here we see it once again. That fullback trap, that little dive, or whatever you want to call it, up the middle, starting to pick up a few more yards, and that is huge.
Yeah, and it's kind of the same thing we talk about, but it's so apparent. And if you watch these games, you know it is. And that being the Liberty Center conditioning program. 4th quarter is always ours on the line of scrimmage.
Carter, the guard on the left. 55, Zach Gramling, guard on the right. Gives straight ahead off Gramling's holes. Westhoven spinning and churning and driving. And I believe he's got first down yardage again for Liberty Center. What a job on that side by Leininger, the center, and the guard on that side, Gramling, and enough to give Westhoven about a 6-yard gain. Tigers now moving the sticks again. It's a 1st and 10 on Swanton's 19-yard line. 8:55 to go. Jim, this one is very, very big, this possession. Salmi, the wing back on the left, 2 tight ends set. Westhoven, the running back on the right side, and we've got I believe, another encroachment call.
I think so. I believe they run up there to threaten plugging this hole and plugging that hole, and they get so excited that they reach over the line of scrimmage and pat one of the down linemen. And give it kudos to the linemen for staying in position.
Yeah.
If they would give a flinch, then that flag could go either way. But no, they hold their discipline.
Very good point, Jim. It's all about conditioning and execution, and that certainly in itself is huge. 1st and 5 at the 14-yard line. Clock running, 8.5 to go. Wingback set on the left. Here is the give. No, it's Overmeyer on a bootleg left. He's got running room. Cuts outside. Stays on his feet. Down inside the 10. And I believe it's going to be another first down for Liberty Center. We're going to call it a gain of about 8 or 9 on the play.
Yeah, and a well-called play. They was bunching it up there in the middle there pretty regular, and everybody probably in the place figured, oh, we're going to see some more Westoven on a trap or just right in there close, and Scotty sprints to his left and, well, just about got her.
8-yard gain, and it's 1st and goal at the 6 for Liberty Center. 8:05 clock running. Great block over there to help spring Overmeyer open by Salmi, by Babcock, and by Zeiter. Now the deep pitch to Westoven. He's got running room around the corner. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah. Yeah, he's in.
And he's in for the touchdown.
I saw Zeiter on that particular play make a good screen block. And you know, way out there when there's actions happening fast and furious, you don't have to knock the guy down, but you've got to screen him out of the play. Somehow impede that defender's chance to make the stop, and that's exactly what he did there.
Yeah, if you can just hold him up, engage him for a while, and allow that running back, which Troy Westoven is so talented in doing, find his hole, find his seam, and he did there. Tigers going for 2. Same offensive set as they've used almost this entire series. Here is the deep pitch. Westoven stays on his feet, cuts back, and gets down close. And he's in! What an effort! Troy Westoven scores on 3 of the toughest yards you'll ever see there. He was hit back at the 4, stayed on his feet, twisted the hips, kept driving, and blasted his way into the end zone. It's 30-13 Liberty Center. 7:54 left in the ball game. Now, while we've got a chance, our parents and friends, our sponsors here, we've got Louie Miller, Mary Beth Collins, Chester and Nola Short, and brother Chad for John Collins. Also Carl and Cheryl Carter, and Uncle Rick and Aunt Rhonda for Neil Carter. Mike and Linda Sambola for number 70, their son Brad. Greg and Deb Westoven, and Lynn, Katie, and Sean, along with Grandpa Kip and Grandma Cecilia for number 35, Troy Westoven. Jenny Parasini for brothers Nick and Kyle, Tom and Cindy Overmeyer for their son Scott, and Jenny Strayer for her brother Ryan. Well, certainly a couple of penalties didn't hurt, but the Tigers executed again, and they lead by 17, 30-13, 7:50 left in the game. Jim, the score, though, doesn't indicate how tight this game has been.
Oh, man, that was a whale of a ball game until the Tigers knuckled right down and put her in the end zone with some very hard-fought yards.
Hit someone!
A low line drive kick now bounds and takes a great Liberty Center roll. And finally goes out of bounds, untouched. Ball took a hard turn to the right. It'll go out of bounds, and we'll see where they place the ball. Perhaps, is there a standard spot at the 35, I believe?
I was just wondering about that, if the receiving team has any options at all, Spike, or if there's just a high school rule that says, well, you're going to get it on the 35, or...
Well, now you know that's interesting, because should it be an onside kick or some sort of a squib that rolls out at the 45, I don't imagine that the offensive receiving team, if you will, would certainly settle for possession on the 35. So.
I think they have options, but that's something we ought to look into, Spike. You know, through this whole season, game after game, the Tigers have held their composure when things weren't going their way or whatever was going on. They stayed
focused.
They stayed focused. They stayed within themselves, and resulting good things happened.
Well, Swanton spreads the Liberty Center defense, 2 wideouts either side. The little give up the middle, not much running room at all there.
70 in there.
Yeah, that's Brad Sambola. Tigers have really done a good job on the interior of the line tonight, really stuffing that any inside running room for Swanton.
Yeah, those numbers are just a little hard to pick out from our vantage point. I'm sure it's going to look good on film, but a good job up and down the line all over the place by the Tigers.
Wide out to either side for Swanton. Now the delay, give off the right side. He's got some running room, stays on his feet, and good pursuit, I believe, from Nate Bear out there, making the hit, and brings him down after a gain of about, we'll call it maybe 6 on the play. Third down and a long 2 for Swanton. Not Wasion, mind you. Swanton with the football at their own 43.
They're kind of working against the clock, though, Spike. If they don't light it up pretty quick here, Tigers will be content to give a little ground to them on occasion.
Yeah, 6:37 to go in the ball game. Tigers leading at 30-13. Here's the give off the right side. Nothing doing, and hitting the backfield there by about 4 Tigers. The Liberty Center on rushing defense really caving in the Swanton offensive line.
I believe Matt Leininger stuffed that right up the center there, and plenty of help with a little help from my friend.
Special greetings out there to some of our Tigers who can't make it to the games, but certainly watching. We've got Les and Barbaloo Kessler, Dale Leininger, and also we've got good old Aubrey Kessler, big and long-time Tiger football fan. Now Swanton with a wide out to either side. Here's a little play action, trying to roll out, hit, and brought down! What a tackle! Uh-oh, flag on the play. Carter had him wrapped up and slammed him down, but he might have got a little bit of the helmet.
Well, Carter got him, I think, by his shirt sleeve and brought him down, but then somebody come in there just a little late, or at least flags would maybe indicate that that was more aggression on the ball carrier than warranted there. You know, you talk about friends that support Tiger ball and just really love it. Bill Wesche out there, he just truly enjoys listening to these games, and he has to be thrilled as a fan that the Tigers are doing so well when everything that was printed or written or talked about was that they might not be having this kind of season. So we're sure glad that he enjoys the games like a lot of good fans, Spike.
Yep. Bill had a son that played a couple years ago and did an outstanding job for the Tigers in one of their great runs to glory at the end of the season. Now Liberty Center takes over possession of the football on the Swanton 41-yard line, 1st and 10. Liberty Center now will look to, well, who knows? They may look to do a little of anything right here. Here's Overmeyer on the pitch to Zeider. He's got some running room. Picks up about 4 as he goes out of bounds. That'll stop the clock. Tigers showed like they might want to go with that option sweep around the left side, but it was Zeider who got the pitch and went around the right for about, no, they're going to say it was out of bounds, only a yard gain on the play.
Yeah, with a 30-13 score and just a little over 5 minutes to go, they're very content to see that clock run.
Zeider, they're back on the right, Westover on the left. Here's a pitch to Zeider again, behind a couple of blocks there, and he's going to pick up about 4 more yards. Now, Jim, the down box was back at showing only a 1-yard gain, and then before the play started, he moved it back to show that Zeider did pick up about 4 on the first play. So now he picked up 5 more on that pitch sweep going right. It'll be 3rd down and a short yard for Liberty Center, ball resting just inside Swanton's 35-yard line.
Just watching this down marker crew here for Swanton, they can't hold a candle to what we have in Liberty Center.
Oh, no,
Spike.
there's a certain grade of professionalism that not many teams can match. Inside Westover, met right there. Bulldogs gambling on defense, gunning, keying on Westover. That time picked him up at the line of scrimmage. And it'll be no gain on the play. 4th and a yard to go. Ball still resting on that same 35-yard line. But the clock definitely in the Tigers' favor, running with only 4:40 left to show on the clock. Westoven, the running back on the left. Zider, the back on the right. Salmi, wing back outside the tight end on the left. Deep pitch to Westoven, loose on the ground. And regardless, Swanton will take over no matter who recovers the football.
Yeah, we've gone to the well there on that quick pitch for several extra points tonight, conversions, and even a time or two when we needed a first down. And on that particular occasion there, he didn't get a good firm handle on the ball, but as you say, fourth down play, so no matter, just going to be a statistic that Swanton holds, and now they've got another shot.
Well, it's like they say, doo-doo happens, and once in a while it's going to be something bad. Now the Bulldogs with one last gasp here. They need to score and score quick. 2 wideouts to the wide side of the field. Quarterback dropping back, has time. Now great pressure, ball loose on the ground, and it's Nate Bear on the recovery.
Yes, sir, it was. It was good defense, and they got a paw in there on that quarterback. He was looking for his receivers for something big. And Nate Bear, opportunistic, can play on his knees, on all fours, whatever, gets the ball. Gotta love it.
He's got a nose for the game. He seems to be in the right spots at the right time. It's kind of like the old saying about the harder you work, the luckier you get.
Yeah, well, he is having a great season, Nate Bear.
And the Tigers with a great job of flushing the quarterback out of the pocket and forcing him to step up.
Yeah,
that was him wide open for a good hit. Now they give straight ahead to Westoven. He's got running room straight ahead and powers his way down from the line of scrimmage, the 36, down inside the 30. Gain of 6 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
Well, that had to take a lot of starts out of the Bulldog unit there. They held on defense and got the ball back and then turn around and turn it over.
For the most part, though, the Bulldogs have played very well tonight.
Well, this has been a good, hard football game.
Bulldogs gambling defense again, blitzing people. Westoven makes a cut, stays on his feet, and all the way down. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, it was Westoven. Somehow kept his balance, stayed on his feet, and another good second half. I imagine Westoven's going to be up around $1.50 in total yardage on the night.
You know, every team in the area should play against Troy Westoven just to know what it's like to experience a back that you have to tackle. You can't patty cake him down. You have got to hit him and wrap him up. And teams, by the time they've learned that, he's got his yards, and Tigers have got the points.
1st and 10 on the Swanton 15. Deep pitch to Westoven. Tries to cut back, slips on the wet turf, and goes down. Maybe a yard on the play, not much. Troy Westoven now, Jim, is in 2nd place on the all-time total career yardage list.
Career list for who? For the Tigers?
For Westoven, yeah. Troy Westoven.
Well,
second leading rusher all time for the Tigers.
I guess I'm not surprised because he's really been adding it up these last couple years.
Yeah. Keith Kern leads the way. Troy Westoven 2nd, Ryan Zider in 3rd, and Kerry Cruz in 4th place. Now the deep pitch to Westoven, has some blocks, gets outside, stays on his feet, and trips and stumbles his way down inside close to the 10-yard line. We're going to give him a gain of 5 on the play, so it'll be 3rd down and 10. Clock running, 2:17 to go. Well, the outcome, Jim, here not in question. Simple matter of playing it out and hanging on to the football. It'll be officially 3rd and 6 at the 11. Tigers with the same 2 tight end set. Salmi the wing on the left side. Here is the pitch again to Westoven, trying to follow a block by Zider. He's down inside the 10, down around the 5-yard line, very close to a first down.
Come on, we know that's a third. Come on, give it to him.
Tigers simply powering their way through that Swanton defense. And it's going to be 4th and very, very short.
Oh,
Well,
come
from
on,
this
Major.
poor angle.
Well, they're moving the marker.
No, now he changes the down box.
Yeah.
It was a first down. Well, I didn't get the first down call. So a gain of 7 on the play for Westoven.
Yeah, it's a long ways over there, but anyway, the striped shirts have so signaled.
1st and goal on the 5-yard line. Tigers with the same wing back set, give to Westoven, and hit there at about the 4-yard line. Westover really carrying the brunt of the attack right now for the Tigers. 1:27 and clock running. Liberty Center nearing the goal line as they smell gold dust again. They lead 30-13, but as we said, certainly that score not indicative of how tight this game has been.
Oh, for 3 quarters, this was just a mammoth battle out there, Spike.
Oh, no question. Liberty Center led only 8-6 and then had that great drive to close out the half. And the give now to Westover, bashing his way inside and down to about, we're going to call it the 2-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd and goal. Clock running now with 47 seconds left. Liberty Center probably will only run one more play. Yep, 3rd and goal on the 2. Yeah, this will be the last play of the game, I would assume. Clock now still running at 27 seconds. Tigers in that same 2 tight end set with Salmi on the left. Here is the give to Westover. In for the touchdown! And the Tigers score again with only 18 seconds left as they drove the ball on the ground all the way down the field. They lead it now 36-13.
Well, Tigers gave a pleasing effort tonight, Spike. They got just tough as nails when they had to, and they didn't make mistakes. And, you know, it was a thing to build on, a thing to get healthy on after some bruising games through the heart of the NWOL schedule.
Now Tigers going to go for the extra point kick. Hold is down, kick. Sails off to the left, no good. But with 18 seconds left, rather academic, Liberty Center leads it 36-13 here on NCTV 5. Liberty Center will move now to a perfect 6-0 on the season, 5-0 in the NWOAL. And of course, this coming Friday night, Liberty Center travels to Lima Central Catholic, where Torrey Strock, Liberty Center grad down there in his first year of coaching at LCC. LCC, not, of course, this weekend results known at this time, but coming in at 2-3. And of course, 2 weeks away is that very huge battle with Bryan looming there. Tigers currently in first place in Region 18 in the computer points, leading by almost 2 points, about 1.7 lead there. So that is that's solid. And another worth mentioning here, Liberty Center ranked 2nd in the state, but that's very hard to really get a handle on, because you know who really does the voting on this, and a lot of times reputation will keep you in a spot.
Yeah, point being, though, that the Tigers had some very big wins against some formidable opponents that had been winning a lot of football games. So they're clearly in the driver's seat on this playoff picture, Spike.
Yeah, now the line drive kickoff taken there and caught at the 45 where Swanton will take over. You know, Jim, to me, the playoffs are a great thing, but I want to win the NWOAL. That, to me, is the crown jewel of what these guys play for. The postseason is like, you know, the ice cream with the cherry and the whipped cream on top. But you know, it's the NWOAL crown. And Liberty Center,
yeah,
you know, those are pretty nice to wrap up and display in the trophy case.
Absolutely. You wanna hang those banners in the gymnasium.
Yeah,
and as we think of hanging banners in the gymnasium, we need a positive vote for that spring sports complex, Spike, coming up here shortly.
Well, and it just goes along with the Tigers' continued pursuit for excellence in every aspect of their athletic program, or even with the band or the academics too. But Liberty Center, we've got a great administration, and things are, you know, they try to do things the right way, and it's just what it's all about at Liberty Center.
Yeah, but you know, they're taking the sports complex out there, spring sports complex, to bring that up to on equal footing with the rest of the Tiger program. Tiger Stadium and that fine gymnasium, and just all good things that are happening up there. It's just time to finish and get on board and help them put that across, Spike.
Okay, as we come out here to wind this game up, Liberty Center with most of the JV unit in there. Swanton comes out. Here is the give inside, and what a pop in there. Grambling may have been one of those in on the initial hit.
Yeah,
but quite a few.
I believe Jeremy Barnes had a lick on there too, Spike.
Well, time runs out here in Swanton, Ohio, and Liberty Center breaks open a real tough struggle there for a long time. It was 8-6. Liberty Center went down the field quickly on the arm of Scott Overmeyer, and a couple of very nifty catches by the Tiger receivers. They took that big 16-6 halftime lead. Swanton closed again to 16-13, and then it was finally Liberty Center outdoing, overpowering the Bulldogs in the fourth quarter. They win it going away by the score of 36-13. On tap this week will be the Lima Central Catholic, who are they, Jim? Thunderbirds, that's it. That game will be in Lima Central Catholic down at the old concrete super stadium down there in downtown Lima. So one more time for NCTV5 for Jim Leatherman and Tom Atkinson on the camera. This is Old Spiker saying good night and good Tiger Sports. Your final one more time, Liberty Center 36 and Swanton 13.